Dave talked about a meeting at the beginning of the week, sort of meetings to sort of evaluate how everything's going. Is there any additional sense of urgency, changes, things like that?
I mean, there's always urgency. Every week it's a week-to-week league. We want to be the best we can each week. There's always urgency. But for us, we're just focused on this week. Obviously coaches have, had their day to do stuff. They talked about some of the things that they saw and how we feel like from a team, from a unit, we can go forward and we can continue to grow. So we're all excited for that.
Bryce, Dave talked about wanting to get maybe a little bit more downfield passing. What can you guys do to get some bigger chunk plays?
Yeah, just execute. We'll have a plan for it. Obviously, it's on me to execute. Make the right play, make the right decision, make things go. So, we all want to do whatever it takes to win.
How much has that been impacted by injuries? Just the inability to go downfield. Has that been in all the injuries on the offensive line? How has that impacted what you can do?
No, it just hasn't popped up yet. And again, coach talked about want to be more explosive. We want to do whatever it takes to win games. So obviously for me, want to make the big play and push the ball downfield, and also want to be smart, do what's best for the team, make sure take care of the ball, whatever it may be. So it's on me and everyone on the unit to manage that. But we're gonna do what's best for the team moving forward.
He indicated he was talking about how he wants the team as a whole to avoid the catastrophic, was his words, of all sides of the ball. What does that mean for you and for the offense to avoid these catastrophic plays?
Yeah, just wanting to play on time, stay ahead of the sticks. There's going to be negatives. There's going to be bad plays. There's going to be plays that don't go our way or aren't executed perfectly. When you have a negative for a play, I'm letting it be just that, not it spiraling, not a loss of 5 turning into a loss of 20 or a turnover or anything like that. Obviously for me, I touch the ball every time. That's part of the job, and for us as a team, there's going to be good and bad. Obviously, you want to limit the bad, and when it does come, keep it manageable.
You mentioned executing on those big plays, but Dave said he needed to call more downfield throws. Is that something you feel like would help this offense, succeed a little bit more to stretch the field?
I trust in coach and his play calling. I think his play calling has been great. It's on us as players to execute. It's on me as the QB to make the plays work. I trust in coach again. He's been doing a great job. What he's going to call this week, I trust in the plan. I trust in where we're going. So, that's him, of course, taking accountability because that's the coach he is. And then from my side, it's the same. I have to make the plays work. We as a team have to make the plays work. So that's what we're working towards.
That was an element that really came into play second half of last year when you came back in. Were there things you kind of saw during that stretch that's like, okay, yes, this, or that you realized you could carry forward?
Just making. I think it was just opportunities, making them come to life. And again, that's what comes with things. I don't think there was any magic thing, any magic talk, any magic call, nothing like that. It was just execution. And again, for us, last year is last year. That's in the past. Regardless of that, that's not ever anything that crosses my mind, crosses our minds. For us, it's how can we be the best version of ourselves? How can we be the best team we can this week? And that'll be the mindset for this week as well.
You will get Xavier back this week, and it's no secret he's struggled through the first month of the season, partly for injury, but partly when he played. What will be your message to him, and will you try to get the ball early to him and get that confidence?
X doesn't need a message. He's a great player. I'm super excited for him to be back. People want to say things. If everyone could see the work that he was putting in these last couple of weeks, him dying to be on the field, him wanting to be up, wanting to asking coaches, asking trainers, hey, what can I do? How I want to do this, X, Y, Z. So he doesn't need a message. He doesn't need a pep talk. He's ready to go. Again, it's being able to have him back is huge for us as a team, as offense, for me. So I'm just excited.
About Jimmy Horn, we're going to see the first look at him for the first time on the field. You've been obviously working with him for the past few weeks. What's your excitement level to see what he can do with you in the offense?
Yeah, I'm super excited. Again, someone who's been in the background working, just ready to go. And just his patience, his willingness to do whatever it is for the team. Scout team, he's been going 100%, giving his all, great attitude. Guy that wants to work. He's excited to be here every day, regardless of what the circumstances have been. So I'm super excited for him.
Do you like having him sit off to this? Sorry, just to follow up, that having him take those 4 weeks off from playing, do you think this has been a good thing in his development that he's had more time before he's being thrown into game?
You know, obviously that's a upstairs question. You know, obviously they deal with all that stuff. I trust them in their process, but you know, I know Jimmy. I have all the trust and confidence in the world in him, how he's worked, how he's prepared. So I just know I'm excited for that.
How much have you and Tua
Because
talked
he's so
about?
physically different than all the rest of the receivers practically that you've got out there.
You know, I think that's the same with everyone. You know, I think that's just part of the sport, part of the position. Everyone moves a little different. Everyone runs a little different. Everyone has different strengths. Everyone has different measurables. So I think that's part of it. You know, you get reps, and obviously ever since the draft, Jimmy's been here. He's been working OTAs, training camp off season. You know, we have some bank reps. So that was part of that filling out process when we first got here, and now it's just same as you go down the line when you're throwing to anyone. You switch a little bit as a QB of, all right, who am I throwing the ball to? So I don't think it's any different.
Just to follow up on Scott's question, because I don't think you got to the second part of it, but do you feel like it's important to get X involved early, just maybe even just to get him into the game, get him in the flow, get him confidence, whatever?
Yeah, no, I think it's up to, you know, I think that's again, for me, I want to do what's best for the team to execute. You know, whatever coach's game plan is, we're going to execute it. I have all the confidence in the world in him. But again, X is ready to go. X is a great player. He's been a great player for us. I have all the confidence in the world. I don't need to see something or waiting for anything. You know, I know that, you know, I know what he's capable. I know what he's going to do. So from my standpoint, again, I have all the confidence in the world.
Bryce, how much have you and Tua talked about what's going on with this season? You guys have both had 1 and 3. How much y'all talk, and will that change this week?
Yeah, I've talked to him in the off season. You know, during the season, you know, everyone's locked in. Obviously, I have a ton of respect for him. You know, obviously Bama and the connection before. Even if you were to take that away, I have a ton of respect for him as a player, as a person, how he carries himself, everything. So, yeah, you know, I've been all about the Panthers, all about us being in the building. So that's been what it is.
So early in that game, I think you guys went down the field playing with some tempo. We've seen you do well playing with tempo previously. I do think eventually y'all got away from it. What are the pros and cons of running that style and being fast-paced?
Yeah, just want to make it hard on defenses. You know, getting stuff that we know, us being able to play fast, and even that first drive. I think that you know, first drive last week wasn't on the ball stuff. I think that's some of the things that Coach talks about is we can have urgency and play with urgency and play fast when in the huddle, when getting through calls, and you know, that's something that earlier on in the year he put on us and continues to push on us as a leader, as a QB. That's part of my job of us being able to feel fast, us not having those lows. So it's on us to create our own pace, our own tempo, and I think the coaches do a great job in balancing everything in the scheme and the calls and all that stuff. So yeah, it's just us executing.
One more question on Xavier. It seemed in the locker room like he was a little bit irked maybe by some of the things that have been said or out there about his performance and the injury. Do you get like you said he's ready? Like, do you get a sense that there's maybe a chip on his shoulder? Like there's maybe some, I don't want to say added motivation because I know there's always motivation, but he did seem like maybe he was really ready to go.
Yeah, I haven't seen any interviews or anything he said, but whether he did or didn't, you wouldn't be able to tell based on how he practices. You know, day one of when he got drafted, he came out there. He's someone who practices full speed, as always. Looks like he's angry and upset by the way that he carries himself. He's running full speed. He's finishing plays in practice. You know, he's running out of huddles, full speed, whatever it is. So even if it were the case, you wouldn't tell because that's just the consistent man of preparation that he's been while he's here. Appreciate you guys.